and track. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage. It's a life you can't get rid of. Ours. The local Filipinos here, and they will say is elementary. Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage go together like a carabao and trike. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Life isn't easy with Heidi. Heidi, American wife, so uptight, so uptight, so uptight. George tries but sometimes cries, but they love each other. You cannot deny married life like no other. Love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage go together like a carabao and trike. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage.
Hey, good morning, guys. You can really see where the cats have been munching on the mic there. Where the cats have been grappling with the mic covers. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to order another one. How come they always munch on mine?
No, not really. I mean, they ate our Big Brother poster right here.
Yeah, they've been munching everything, the cats. Good morning, guys. Instead of doing a live tomorrow, we thought we would do one today. So we got a busy week this week. And we thought that we would go with a Q&A, any news that's going on, kind of like with the random ones that I do on my own. And probably do, we was thinking about that Coconut and Twinkie opera that we used to do. Where's your boy at? Coconut and Twinkie boy.
Who's that?
Willie.
You had him. No, literally, you did. What'd you do with him?
Please tell me that's not over there. I didn't remember.
I didn't remember him. He's right there next to you.
Oh, he is here.
I have Meng Meng.
Oh, we don't need.
I know that.
Meng Meng over there. So.
Yeah, that's Willie. Hi, say hi to Willie, guys.
Why do you leave me outside all the time?
Because that's his job. He's a guard dog.
Where did you get that hat?
But when it storms and rains really hard, we bring him in, obviously. Or when it's really hot, he does come inside. But he does have a proxy. Hey, buddy.
Give me a kiss. No. Gee, your hair smells great.
What? I have to have somebody who wants a mud pretzel. Just saying. Yeah, mud pretzel. That's where it's
Just
at.
because part of Europe knows what that is and doesn't, and the others don't, doesn't mean you can still say it on YouTube. That's disgusting. Knowing
Right.
you did that with all your spouses and girlfriends.
Or or we can have like an extra sneaky Lopez. Yeah.
Or what is the snow cone?
Sneaky Lopez. An Irish snow cone. You guys want an Irish snow cone? Guys and girls, if you want an Irish snow cone, just hit the like and subscribe button, and
you'll explain what the Irish snow cone is.
What? It's too soon. Okay, okay, I'll explain it on Irish.
No, you're not. Not right now. Is that the one involving a straw and the bubbles?
Something like that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, we have the toast with us, by the way. Oh no. Okay, never mind.
This is gonna be a long live stream. Maybe we should start with an opera.
What?
My husband worked my nerves this morning.
Should I call Pavarotti or Bocelli?
Where's your coffee cup? How about the guest of honor is in the house? What's with your coffee this morning?
Huh?
The best two-looking vloggers in the Philippines is on that cup. And Bangkok. Bang, bang, bang. Now the other side. There you go. Don't forget about the other guest of honor on there. I told him to put us closer together, but sorry, Gio, I was a little wide for the cup. They just didn't want to put us together. They said this is an impossible. Hey, who's that good-looking woman? Who's the other good-looking woman?
I'm just saying, Gio and George wears the same shirt.
Yeah, his other shirts are like that. They're comfortable, though.
I don't wear them. He doesn't wear them on the lives because, well, he uses them as undershirts.
Good morning.
But it's just funny. I was like,
Gio.
wait a minute, that's George's shirt.
Right? Harry Walsh made it in the house. Mr.
Hey, Gio.
Cotta. Yeah.
Mr. Cotter.
Mr. Harry Walsh is in the house. Yeah, I guess it is. It's a Sunday edition for those
Is
today.
that the welcome back?
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
But you're not familiar with the show.
No, you know what? I was a little kid when that show came out.
So was I.
And I'm in the Philippines, which makes it double.
Going on that.
The only reason why
When
I know The Simpsons more than most Filipinos before everybody knew it was there is because of the Clark Air Base, because Clark has its own broadcast station.
Okay, first off, 3, I'm gonna put you down right there because I'm assuming that L Laugh Out Loud never let a woman dress you up like a woman. Don't let them emasculate you. Never. This isn't this woman dressing him up. Okay, he did it on his own before me,
Who says?
after me.
Huh?
What the hell are you talking about? Where else is that addressing shit?
That's my point.
So what is your point? My whole point is nobody's emasculating or making you do anything.
Who says?
You don't want
Well,
to.
okay. That's my point. First off, has nothing to do with me, obviously, and I mean literally, obviously.
Okay, what do you mean,
Correct.
obviously?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Don't ask me. What is Theo talking about? Anybody in the chat right now will agree. Who is dressing up as a woman? Answer me that. Who in this chat, in this live right now, is dressing up as a woman?
This is addressed to you. You said it's not obvious.
Okay. You assume that.
Don't let them emasculate.
You assume that. What woman wears this? That's my point. Why do you assume it's me? Because you think that. I'm trying to say again, don't.
Who the hell are you talking about?
Thank you. That's the proper address. Correct. Who is this gentleman or woman talking about? Correct. What woman is like this in any world with a disco thing, with these sunglasses and everything?
A few. I mean,
with a mustache?
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, then guess what? Then they're not a woman, are they? They're some.
A woman can have a mustache?
Right, a woman who's obviously going for the dyke mode. And again, sorry if I offend any lesbians out there, but you know what I'm talking about. Even the lesbians were like, yeah, any gay woman or lesbian going for that look isn't trying to be feminine. That's
you have your opinion, and I'll have mine.
Has nothing to do with
and
opinion.
I'll take it any way that I want to.
Right.
But for once and for all, stop attacking me based on what I'm actually saying instead of.
I'm not attacking you. I'm clarifying that you have to remember he or she is not necessarily talking about us.
No, maybe not necessarily. Let's be about as passive as possibility.
Passive has nothing to do with it.
It could be just a stupid statement. Maybe he is still talking about you, and it's on the backside. The fact it's laugh out loud and you're wearing a wig. He's in that realm that it doesn't match anything else.
I understand
but
that.
emasculating, which would be referring to what's the wig in you.
Okay, let's rewind things a
So
bit. When have I worn female clothing? I remember wearing it once in this channel, ever.
Yeah, in Mexico.
And it wasn't even in a live.
It was a short in Mexico.
Correct.
Actually,
it wasn't
twice.
Thank you.
All
right.
You did a few.
Point being, it was a
during
short,
the
and he wasn't alive. What I'm saying is, he wouldn't know that because those videos aren't even there.
Whole point is, I'm saying it's not my decision.
That has nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is, you have to question what he's talking about or she's talking about, because those are not on our channel.
Okay.
Facts. And I'm a fact guy.
You're not a fact guy. You're an asshole sometimes.
Oh,
That's
right.
what
Okay.
it's coming
You know what?
down to.
You know what, chat? Anybody in the chat will agree. Anybody who speaks matter-of-factly, which I do, because trust me, that's the word they use. That's the terminology they use on me. You're a matter-of-fact guy. Okay. We turn out to be assholes. You know why? Because we say how it is. I'm sorry if you get offended. Like, well, actually, this is exactly what happened. Oh, you're a matter-of-fact guy, and then they get offended. I'm like, okay, well, apparently you want me to lie. I even blurt that out loud. Well, apparently you want me to lie, huh? So I can appease you guys. Sorry, because I told the truth. Again, when this guy, this random gentleman we've never seen before, made a statement, and I don't think they're referring about me, because I never. Okay, never. I wouldn't say never. I have worn.
Okay, so his next
I've
statement
literally
is George. I love the costume though. It's a mix between Cheech and Sonny, and then he called it a costume. So yeah, why don't you settle that, thee love? What are you talking about?
Well, anyway.
Well, knowing you, it was meant for you, but he ain't gonna fucking say nothing now because I said
the
something.
point. Why
you
would
think
you?
he would say so now?
No, that's not
the
my
answer's
point.
No. That would be my
Well,
point.
it is my point. My point is, why would you assume it's me?
The exact statement. Why would someone come into our live stream
Heidi,
and say laugh out loud?
Heidi.
Never let a woman dress you. Never let a woman dress you up like a woman.
Oh,
don't let them emasculate you.
Okay, and again, what makes you think he's talking about me?
The statement.
I understand. Never mind. Just, you know what? Just move on, because obviously I already made my point. I've never worn to be a woman in this channel. Not like that. We have in the past wearing Heidi's clothes, which is an obvious joke.
Oh, the nightie with the coffee cup.
Yeah, exactly. Once.
I don't know. It's not me making the statement.
I know that, but you assume it's me because, again, it's not on this channel.
Hey, Willie. Geo, my hero. Man brave enough to know when to walk away. Yep. And he's traveling. So we have one life, and I am in an unhappy situation. I won't stick around. Well, you've been through it before, Gio. I mean, you've been through divorces and a lot of relationships pre to the last marriage. And when you have kids and a life, you actually can't. And I think a lot of people stay because they're stuck or it's financial and they're afraid to move on. So, yeah, the fact that you left and didn't wait around for years, I commend you on that and having every ability of doing that.
I mean, the thing about this, what Gio and Heidi's talking about, at our advanced stage, is the key thing. Is you should be aware of what you want and what they want, and if they don't meet, leave. However, and this is why I'm talking right now only because of this part. The reason what's important here is when you're younger, you can't just book out of there because you have responsibilities, aka She's pregnant. She's got a kid. It's your kid. You have to take care of that kid. You have to take that kid to go to school. That kind of stuff.
Finances are tied up because of rent and buying
Well, what I'm
things and
saying
car
is, again,
payments.
you're
He's lucky
you're
he's at that point.
responsible. But at our age, in all probability, you probably won't have any more kids. However, and that's why I'm speaking now, is because even at our age now, if by chance I made, well, not me, but if somebody, let's say John, again, I'm making John because John is a common name, John Doe. If John Doe, 56 years old or 60 years old John Doe made, Jane Doe, 18-year-old Jane Doe pregnant, then he probably should stick around and make sure that kid is okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, if life is really horrible and you can't stomach it, then yeah, leave. But you still have to be responsible for that child. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're against this big giant. Actually, we just saw another couple that were like 40 years old apart. Again, we don't have a problem with the age gap, but the problem is most of the time is
You didn't say you look like a woman. That was never in any
most of the time
insinuation.
is the older gentleman gets the younger woman pregnant, and then they have a kid, and we're like, wow,
Giving
that's basically
different names.
fact. And again, will she be a single mother? In 80% probability, yeah. There's a 20% chance he'll make it to 100, but doubtful. You know what I'm saying? 20% chance is a very low number.
Yeah. Santana. Hey, Ricky. Yeah, we got to
Hey,
break
Victor, how you doing?
out the wig. Good morning and good morning. It's in our DNA, guys think in black and white. Women think in realms of gray, mixed besides black and white.
No, this is fact. Again,
I don't get that reference, so I guess I'm thinking in a realm right now.
no. He's absolutely correct. First off, again, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Men only know black and white. Yes and no.
Oh,
This
correct.
and this.
And I'm
There
looking
is
at
no
100 possibilities.
none.
So in
Right.
other words,
You
I'm
yeah, no.
investigative and looking
Fact.
at.
Yeah.
In other words, there's 10 other things it could mean, but when it directly comes on the live stream and addressed with a laugh out loud, where the hell else would the statement be coming from? But that's fine. That's what the channel is about in a nutshell. Good morning, Black Grandpa.
Hey, Black Grandpa.
Maybe we should do an opera about it. I didn't say you look like a woman. You look like a
Nobody
reject.
said
Timu,
nobody said anything
Bruno
bad.
Mars. Could be welcome back, Carter. Could just be a starter. Don't you wish you had a cigar? Drink your coffee. Eat your donuts. Didn't you have some little green nuts beside you? Eat those green nuts. Eat those green nuts like the ones that I ate last night. Thank you. Thank you. Can I get some opera? Thank you. Green nuts.
I'm gonna take my 3 inches elsewhere.
Please do. I'm in the land of 3 inch. Thank
3
you.
inches.
Thank
So
you.
big, Filipino size.
We watched Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo last night. That was hilarious. We've seen it before, but it never gets old. It really never does.
That's a big.
Better than being 3 inches.
True story.
George looks like an oats. Yeah, we're like hauling oats right now. Actually, we were going to grab the other wig. We have a straight one. I can't go for that. No can do. Not a whole lot on the menu. Really, we're just today bringing comedy. We've got a few things to do. The next, no, probably not really. So I'm waiting for it. The funniest thing so far was 3 inches. So, and Big Bitch. And the half-eaten donut that's got one eyeball there. My eye is really the blue eyeshadows in my.
Be nice to the half donut god, the one-eyed half donut god.
But basically, we're just doing a Q&A, open on the news. Thank you. I'm not. No, thank you. And so it just opened today. The only thing
Heidi's
that's
open.
come up is we reposted more stuff about the minister guy. There's all kinds of stuff out, and honestly, we had not seen the full video that had come out from ANC here. That came out, was it 2 or 3 days ago? We just watched it this morning, and the accusations were way more than what the newspapers put out. And there's a senator that's backing him. There's a lot of people that are coming forward, but the accusations that came direct from DSWD was a bunch more. So we did see where there's more being said.
Okay, to clarify, and I'm not taking sides here. However, be aware that the media, the accusations, and the whoever's on their side, they don't match at all.
They don't match at all. They said there are 8 additional
So
kids
to
with bruises
clarify
on them,
for
and I'm like,
those
where'd
again,
that come from?
not
There's
defending
more
nor
information out
not
there,
condemning
so really.
not condemning nor supporting him. Be aware that the
It's
fact
being
that the
investigated.
news and the actual legal accusations do not match. Point being is don't because you read something or watch something that's from a news station,
Well,
that doesn't mean that's facts.
well, here's the thing. The guy from the head of DSWD said it. He said there are 8 kids inside, but a bunch of others were saying that it was 2 that were plants, basically. They weren't even there less than 2 weeks.
Right, but
So there are different things
well, I'm not.
going on.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that part. I'm saying the fact that yes, that news media, the news outlets are saying a completely different story than on what's on paper, and that alone should tell you guys that there's something wrong somewhere.
It's just not the news media.
Now, I already said
The
that.
DSWD and doctors came on the air of the news media and have made
Heidi,
statements.
I never.
It's being investigated.
Right, but Heidi, I did say that the all three don't match. The fact that the news media don't match what's actually on paper, what's filed, that alone is a red flag.
Okay.
You don't have to look at me like that. I already said those statements.
And I was adding that I get you're talking about the media, but when the DSWD and doctors on the news media are saying things, that's where things get all up there. Never mind. So let's just go never mind. Anything else? All right. Good morning, Luca.
You're
ahead,
the
watch it
one.
on
You're
air.
the one who says I didn't. I did. That's how I started. Opening statements.
The
Anyway,
fact you want me to sit there and watch it on air is something
that's
totally different.
no, Heidi. Again,
To prove a point.
to prove a point, I'm a factual guy. I'm sorry if I said something, and I'm saying, just so you know, I did say that.
Yeah, and anybody goes against you, then it's factual or not. I was just stating. I get
If
your
anybody
free
goes
media
against
thing.
me, if I argue, it's because I know it's facts. There's a difference. If I, you know what? There's a
You
lot of
do it
times that
against me
people
all
in
the
the
time,
chat,
and there's
there's
nothing
a
that
lot of
I've
times when
actually
people in the
done.
chat or you say stuff in the chat or say in the live, and I just shut up. You know why? Because I don't want to argue, or I'm not sure, or even if I know 90% of the time I'm correct, I don't say shit because I'm not sure. That 10% chance, I don't say shit. Fact.
Not really.
Okay. You know what? That's your opinion. You're not me. You don't know the things I argue about, aka the yellow sun. I do not argue points unless I know it's fact. God.
I'm just sensitive.
No, I'm not sensitive. I'm more again. If you go against facts, there's a different story.
Who's going against facts?
Oh my gosh.
Evidently, you feel it's me all the time. You made your statement, and I did. And just because I say that's coming from doctors, that's coming from other kids, and I didn't get a chance to do the parent thing.
Okay, I never said any of that.
No, you didn't.
I made a blanket statement. All three, the media, the accusations, or charges, as it were, and on his side don't match.
You never put it
I
in there
did
like that. No, you
say
didn't.
that. I didn't say charges. That's the only difference. I said accusation, which is the same thing.
Okay. So, like a spot said, he's seen Georgina. Yeah, there were times during the pandemic we had the blonde wigs and stuff. Georgina. So, Gio likes your coffee mug. Good morning, vlogging life. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is in the house.
No, I never said I'm wrong, ever wrong. Like, I've never said I'm never wrong. In fact, most of the time I said I don't know, and I have said I'm wrong. But when you, again, tell me things that I know are facts, different thing. Like if you're saying to me right now, the president's Theodore Roosevelt, then yeah, I'll argue with you because obviously you're an idiot. My point is, if you're going to argue with me, you better get your facts straight. And I mean facts. Because guess what? Most of the time I do shut up. In fact, Heidi will tell you this. Fact. Heidi will tell you most of the time I'm actually quiet. And anybody who knows me will say, actually he is. But, don't,
Well, don't get me going on why you stay quiet. It's not stoicism. I've told you that before. It's not always your stoicism. It's usually you're mad about something like
I'm
this.
not stoic.
Or
I've never
something
been stoic.
like where you felt offended, so then you go quiet.
Oh my gosh.
Or you just wake up. Yeah. So I have no idea. Is it true that Steely Dan is about a girl's toy? Well, that's what he said the last time. That's the first time I heard about that, but that's very well possible.
Talking about Mellow Yellow?
I have no idea who sings the song. Is he part of that group? I mean, I know the name Steely Dan and probably know the music, but I don't know if he was part of a.
If you're asking about the Mellow Yellow song, yes. It's actually from the mouths of the actual band. Fact.
Okay. Sunshine Shoulder is the most powerful thing in the Philippines. Okay. I didn't know he had 3 kids. I don't know if he meant Booby's this fourth. Now that was, I knew he had a son in Booby, but I didn't know. He said he's done that process 3 times when he went in. So she would be the fourth, or is she the third? So
Well,
curious on that one.
I'm not saying anything about Sunshine or
No, we haven't seen her yet.
yeah, I'm not saying anything about Sunshine or anything, but I'm just saying if this happens to you, I would stop and don't do anything further, aka don't reapply. I would wait until the next administration or something, whether you agree with them or not. The only reason is right now, again, whether or not you're, it has nothing to do whether you're pro or anti-Trump. It has nothing to do with that. Point being is, right now things are being shooken up. What I'm saying,
I've
people in power are getting changed, whatever, and procedures are getting out of whack. And no.
don't need
It
a lip reader to know we were arguing about exactly what was
right.
going
What I'm
on.
saying is
Hey, Devon says I know.
that usually when a new power, it doesn't matter whether it's the U.S. or the Philippines, whenever a new president comes in, things are getting shook up, and then anybody know. Well, most people know. I'm not saying everybody knows. Most people know anything that has anything to do with the government. Hold off until the dust has settled. Now I get it. Trump's been president for a while.
Not with on air.
Okay, let me finish then. I get it that he's been president for a while, but he's still not done kicking up the dust, if that makes any sense. So what I'm saying is up until the dust settles, where everything's calmed down, then you do something that has anything to do with the government. Fact,
Can we
fact.
just keep that black and white?
That is black and white.
No, black and white is that individual person had an attitude that day like they do at any government office, and they wanted all the paperwork. But the next person coming in, they'll take one little piece of paper and approve them. That's the way it's been working here.
We're
It
not
did
talking
on
about here.
immigration
We're talking about over there. We're talking about what Sunshine experienced.
in Manila with Booby. What I'm saying is, he said the girls, it is. It's each individual person. The next person could just let it go through. So
Yeah,
I don't know
but
how they
that's the
would have
U.S.
all the other.
embassy though. What I'm
No, the
saying is
individual person.
they're going with.
They've got Filipinos working there. It's not all American people.
That's
The
what I'm
whole
trying to
point is the
explain.
individual office person had a
Okay, I
problem.
get that they're Filipinos working it, but they're
I don't know
going with
why
protocols
they need her prenatal records if they've got a
because
test.
things changed. That's my
It's a
point.
pick and choose.
No, Heidi, Heidi.
Marcos would be a far stretch.
Marcos has nothing to do with that. It's the U.S. embassy. That's my point. They're still working for the U.S. government. They're going
you're
with.
talking about the current administration. Yeah, I still don't think it has anything to do.
Actually, it does because there may be Filipinos, and that's the point I'm trying to make. They may be Filipinos, but they're working under their jurisdiction. Marcos has nothing to do with that.
All right, well, I'll take that back. I'm wrong.
That's
How about that?
uh,
Okay, so you're still talking about the American situation. Okay?
correct. They're following their protocol.
Why don't you wait several years to go back in and apply again? Nobody will get improved under that administration, huh?
I didn't say that either. I'm saying wait till the dust settles. It's the same thing here in the Philippines. If the current government changes, don't do anything governmenting. Not for a while. Fact.
Yeah, nobody go anywhere or go near any government office. Don't apply for anything. Just wait till the next time, till the new president.
I didn't say that. I said wait till the dust settles. And then when, you know what? Whether people in chat or the viewers, whatever, hate me. Point being is I'm talking in facts here.
That. Where did that?
What I'm saying is I clearly stated wait till the dust settles. Now, if I can't clarify when I say the dust settles, the point is obviously whether again I was clear whether the president of the United States is still kicking up dust or not. Point being, he is, and I'm not kicking up dust is not a positive nor negative thing. That's a neutral
I mean,
thing.
I would make the statement if
But what I'm
I
saying
was
is he's
planning to
still
go to
not
the
done
United States, I'd wait.
changing
But
things.
registering your kid, I don't think has anything to do with the current administration. That's where I'm at on that.
You do realize as of right now, by law, Booby is a Filipino until proven a citizen. Which again, yes, it does have something to do with the current administration because they're tightening down on immigration.
Here's the thing. I This has now become personal. Now we're sitting here
It's not
arguing about
personal. Why is it
Booby.
personal? It has
You're
nothing to
mad
do with.
because the live
Why
started
has
out that I asked about the donuts and
it
the
has
nut
nothing to do
thing,
with me? What do you mean?
and I don't know what's going on, but everything now is one big ball.
Oh,
since the
right.
beginning. So now
Because
you're in defense mode on every single
no,
thing.
defense mode has nothing
No,
to do
every
with it.
single thing comes up. It's you know.
No, Heidi.
Yes,
Again.
George. And I
Okay.
know how the rest of this day is going to end
Oh
up too. So
my
why don't you
God.
jump
Because
to it?
again,
You started
because
out, and now you're
because
arguing me, and I'm
Sunshine
not
is
going to
trying
actually
to
stop. Yeah, he needs to do it. He doesn't have to wait till the next administration.
I didn't say that. I never said that. I said wait till dust settles. Fact. Everybody in the chat will agree with me. I never said anything. Wait, I was going to. Then I was like, no. Just wait till the dust settles because there's a difference. But here's the thing. Again, am I lying? Booby, as of right now, is a Filipino up until they prove that he is a citizen. He, whoever your child is a citizen. Fact. And guess what? Right now, immigration in the
you sure of
U.S.
that fact?
is somewhat like. What do you mean? You're asking an immigrant that's been to the U.S. and back, and of course I know this stuff.
Hey, chosen one. What is going on? So, good morning. We already answered that the last time. If I'm going to cover that and Southeast Asian people and traits that they have, can't do it today. So, I'm sorry. I may be a bitch and I might be American, but I'm tired of all the in between, that is for sure. And I'm the bad one. But it's a whatever. I mean, usually kids outside of wedlock, the embassy want the DNA test. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I thought he said he had that. I could have sworn he said the DNA test was there. But they're still wanting that. And this that he's registering doesn't mean that she's not a citizen. He's just trying to get her birth certificate. He's trying to get her passport and all that. It doesn't just make her, I mean, they're trying to get her passport and everything. I'm just surprised they waited this long to do it because there's also a time limit for them to register too. Always the same there, James. And welcome to 4 years. Not the first time, won't be the last time. So there should be no immigration into the U.S. for the next 10 years. That would be the biggest thing if that's what it was about. But registering the kid, I feel, is different. If he was trying to take her over there and they were going back, then I would probably wait to do that. But so when did I say that? Never. The only one that, no, never said that either. Ever. Ever, ever. So Well, yeah, that's why I'm surprised too about the Social Security. So, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and talk about Sunshine Shoulders thing as the whole live stream. So, yeah, he would get the 50% of the Social Security. Mark wants to go work for ICE. Good luck on that. Not enough sugar.
Actually, no. These, in my opinion, these are kind of. The irony is, these are heavily frosted and everything, but I they're actually the glazed donuts. I'm not making this up. Heidi will agree with me on this one. The glazed donuts are more sugary than these, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, they aren't. I just don't, finish them right away because I'm not a sugar guy. No, they vary. They come in some have that Boston cream, some have just regular icing, and some have like jelly filled, depending on which one you get. They just the topping is just a topping.
Yeah, why don't you answer him why you moved to the U.S. and not Australia or Canada, which is odd.
Because I was a kid, I was a minor technically when I moved, so I didn't have a choice.
You were under 18 when you moved here? So then you're
Here, you mean there?
to U.S. Okay, well, yeah.
Well, I was actually 18, but technically,
I thought you were older than that,
no, I was 18.
according. So then.
I was 18, but
Okay, so. His family is also, he has other family in the U.S. So that would be
correction,
the
I
other.
wasn't a mine. Well,
Yeah, that's what we're discussing.
I was, but I
is
wasn't. I was at the cusp.
He had already had a daughter that was a couple years old and he was engaged. So yeah,
I
you were like
turned
18.
I turned 18 in the U.S. Literally just when I arrived. So technically, I was, but
Wouldn't know. Most of your life is private.
it's
So,
not.
yeah,
You already
it is.
know this.
No, actually,
Heidi,
weirdly,
no.
I'll tell
I
you
just
right
even said,
now,
where did you come up with that number?
because you said she was 3 when you left, so that still doesn't make any sense. And I've always said out loud
You know what?
about
Just shush. You're bringing my private life out against my will.
against your will.
Oh my gosh. Again, did I lie? No, sorry. Again, was I 18 when I entered the US? No. Did I turn 18 when I entered the US? Yes. It's nobody's business. Who cares?
$100,000 from ICE? No wonder people wearing masks and signing up.
Mm, 50,000 is the last time I heard, but it's possible. Okay, I believe this is what they're. See, the fact, even 50,000, let's say 50,000. Let's not go to the 100,000 one. Again, I'm not disagreeing with you. Even at 50,000, that's a pretty good wage considering. But at 100,000, yeah, definitely. Yeah. But that also tells you that the problem you have with that is the ICE doesn't. Okay, it's somewhat hard to explain. ICE is its own jurisdiction, and what I'm saying is they don't have to listen to cops. They don't even have to listen to FBI technically.
And it's not secrets. It's called passiveness, as I've discussed. I don't know probably 80% of his life. From A to Z, he knows about mine, inside, out, everything. But he just doesn't talk about it because it's as he's telling you, it's not my business, it's not your business. Period.
Well,
So,
technically, a lot of people in chat will agree with me.
not when it comes to spouses. I don't need to know the sex positions of your wife or the type of surgery she's
Yeah,
had and
but
all
you're
these
acting
other
like I never
things.
told you this. I even just asked you when you muted us. I said, "Where did you get that number?" It's like I've always said the age.
Because when you said 17 and then how
Oh,
old she was when you
stop,
left and
stop.
went through
That's what
all
I'm
that,
getting.
I was
Stop,
like, it's
stop. You're the one
where.
blurting out too much that I don't want out. That's again has nothing to do with them. My age is one thing, but other people's age is another.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert said don't wear the mustache and wig. Yeah, it kind of looked like Cheech and Chong like that. Hey, second wind is in the house.
A second one.
Yeah, he was young. He actually lived there. We've always said that. When someone asked about an American passport, we've already discussed that before, a long time ago. So, really young. No taxes on tips. Sure. I'm sure that's exactly how that's going. Gas price at $2 a gallon. I doubt that. So,
Well, the no taxes on tips. I've never met anybody who gets tips that actually report their tips. Just saying.
hey, Darren, what is
I mean,
going on?
talk to everybody you've met personally. I'm not talking about the waitress that's serving you at that moment. I'm saying that let's say you dated a waitress or waiter, they'll tell you they don't report their tips.
Yeah, the love actually said it's not true. Yeah, it's probably, I'm sure if you Google it, there'll be 4 different amounts.
Yeah, Scott says yeah. Last I saw it was 50K. I could have sworn it was 50K. In fact, I believe Dean Cain is the one that says it was 50K.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's
Yeah,
getting a lot of,
Superman's at working for ICE. Yes, Dean Cain. Yeah, that Dean Cain.
yeah. Now, we just got that outfit just now, so of course not. So, well, I think so too. It's not the first time I heard, and about my biggest frustration about the Filipino is that you'll never truly know them. Yeah, after a facade they put up the wall 2 years with my girlfriend. Yeah, I think they feel that that's their personal, and they don't have to say anything that happened pre, and they're just moving forward. George has made that clear. He has slowly opened up because it just the way it is, but I think it's wrong. It's a non-communication thing, which will damage a marriage. So, yeah, you don't need to know everything, but I get the stuff on air and everything. I would agree, but I mean, I'm not giving names and addresses and actual ages and full names and like 90% of the channels. But evidently still too much. But either way, there I find it stonewalling. It's I am finding it's an Asian thing. It's a communication thing. I'm sorry. You should be backing, talking, knowing.
Okay, no, I disagree. Okay.
So,
Again, it has nothing to do with Heidi. Because here's a fact.
which you
Up
mean it
until
doesn't
you're
affect
actual
me.
married, that's when everything becomes your business. Anything prior to,
Is not my business, which is
that's okay. Okay,
bad.
let me finish. Is not anybody's business. Now, those of you, unless it will affect the current marriage, aka if you were like, for example, making stupid examples here because it's obvious. Okay, for example, you're a mafia and you got out of mafia, then you do have to say something because guess what? You're gonna have to say, well, they might come after me and they might come after you. That kind of deal. Or let's say
Yeah,
previous
but what if
love
everybody did that?
again, let's say previous loves
Okay, it
love.
doesn't affect your life. None of my life
Uh,
is your business.
no, if it doesn't affect our lives, it's none of your business unless your actual partner divulges it. Why is it none of your business? For example, if you're still in love with an ex and you're not with them anymore, then yeah, it's somewhat your partner's business because obviously you never broke ties. Why is it none of your business? You know why? Because your past has a high probability of destroying your current marriage. Because, one, you become guilty of things that you have done that you're not going to do ever again. And a lot of people cannot comprehend this and cannot deal with it. Fact. Two, jealousy. I've had women who broke up with me only because they found out who I was dating and they became insecure, very insecure. And and they're not bad lookers either. We're talking about, blonde, blue eyes, petite, whatever. And they become insecure with the other girls I've dated before because they knew who I was with and they're like, you dated her? No way. And then they broke up with me. Why? Because, one, again, it's none of their business because of insecurities. Now, I get some of you say, well, that's their insecurities. I get it. But point being, whether or not how strong willed that person is, it does creep to their minds. And any relationship person will agree with me on this one. Fact, again, it's not usually a good idea to divulge everything. I'm not saying hide things, I'm not saying lie. I'm just saying don't divulge information that you think might hurt the marriage or partnership unless it's pertaining to the current marriage or relationship. AKA, again, if your past will affect the current, yes, you should divulge it. If it's not, don't. Fact. I mean, AKA, if you're a serial killer and then you're gonna, yeah, you probably should divulge that because guess what? In the future, it'll catch up with you.
I think it's beyond that. I think it's beyond that. Nothing was any of my business. Pretty much, you would only talk about what's going on in the day, like you were hiding things from the very beginning. So, but let's
Oh,
just leave it
yeah,
like that.
okay.
That's how passive I deal with things, but that's beside the point. It's really, I get what you're saying. That stuff I understand. But yes, people's past put all together does put together a brick. It
Yeah.
does.
Dean
So
Kane said, is 59 years old already. Him getting sworn into ICE would just be a publicity. No, it is. And in our position, like Shaquille O'Neal, no. But the thing is, yes, it's more of he's the face of ICE, yeah, and he will be oh, if Dean Kane did it, then I should do it too. That kind of deal. And again, that's their prerogative. That's your prerogative. If you want to join ICE, then again, that's up to you. You know,
Yeah. No, yeah, that was weird. Yeah, I think it was a publicity thing. So that is for sure. No, that would be much different. So that they're being hidden and the guys show up and then they find out a couple years later. Or they
yeah,
have
no.
the
See,
husband too. So
that falls
that's
into the category
well,
of it
yeah.
will affect your future relationship, so therefore it must be disclosed.
But for me, the way that I feel, and I'll say it again, is that if you're also just being passive about every single thing you don't feel is my business up to the point we got married, and that's all things, then at some point I feel there's no openness, no communication, no.
No. Even marriage counselors will tell you that's how it works.
They also tell you to communicate too. So
Yes,
don't
within
throw that type.
reason.
And
Full honesty, I don't. I really don't lie. I have a hard time lying. But full honesty is a different story, aka divulging things you shouldn't. It's just a bad idea. Kind of like,
if you're asked about your first relationship and different things and how did it go and you're asking things and then you just leave it totally out and it's none of my business situation and then I get shut out for 7 years, then yeah, there's something strange to know zero.
my first relationship. What you do realize that the first relationship you think I had is not my first relationship.
I know you're I know.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm aware that that
yeah,
probably
exactly.
wasn't.
I don't even remember. In fact, I have Filipinos who
That's
walk
why
up
I
to
was
me and
calculating the dates.
we talk to each other and then says, "Oh, how's this?" And I was like, "Damn, bro, I don't remember who that is." And I know why he's asking me because I went out with this person.
Okay, well, I
But
didn't ask you
fact
about when
is,
you were 9 years old scratching
I'm not
nuts.
talking
I
about 9 years
didn't.
old. But point being is, as an adult, well, not an adult, but you get my picture. Um,
Yeah, you get my point, and I won't say I'll keep your business more off air right now. So
Yeah, but what you perceive as my first relationship is not my first relationship.
you know what I'm talking about is the bottom line.
Bottom line is, again, you don't want to know the people you. Guys, chat, do you really want to know who your partner has banged?
Nobody asked for that.
You probably don't.
I didn't. Did I say that?
No, but if they talk about their previous relationships, it's the same thing.
Like I said, never asked you for a full breakdown. You probably didn't even
Correct.
have a list.
Correct. But if I even mention, oh, I dated this, what do you think? Duh, of course. You don't. Un, what I'm saying is the implications of the information you're asking for.
If somebody
Go
was
deeper.
engaged 4 times and then they didn't marry that person or they left them behind, it is something you should talk about. Not saying you, I'm just saying there are
Well,
things
yeah, obviously,
that
because
are in
that's not
people's.
me.
Well, I wouldn't know that
But
because
anyway,
you pretty
point
much told me it's none of
being,
my business from
because
the
it's
beginning. So you
not.
begot attitude from the
It's
beginning.
not.
It is if you were
Yes, it
actually.
is if it will affect our relationship. It won't. The only reason why it's affecting our relationship because you keep digging at me as far as that relate whatever information you're trying to dig. And again, it's you probably really don't want to
Not really
know.
dig. It's 6, 7 years. I've asked some things that only came up because I mentioned how young the situation is, and it just indicated again that it was. And
Yeah,
I
that's
asked
another thing.
about
Young. You
engagements.
know how
Were
old we were when
you?
we met? You know how many decades I've been on Earth? What I'm saying is, do you know what the probabilities of the body count I have? I'm not trying to pat myself in the back. Point being is, you really don't want to know.
And actually, that would make a difference if I did find out your body type and body
Oh,
count
correct. And guess
or
what?
male,
People,
female, or
and
whatever. It
again,
does. You should tell
people
people
don't.
that.
Actually, you don't. in a lot.
Actually, you did. If you were by at some point, it would be my
Oh
business.
my gosh!
If you were,
You know, that alone again will cement my argument. Everybody in the chat will agree with me. You don't want to know your partner's body count.
Thanks. That makes me feel better.
No, nobody wants to know.
Okay. Okay.
Because you will regret it. Anyway.
I told you.
Okay, now see, that's a good point. Okay, now Mark did say this is the good point, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Mark, for example, now I'm not talking about Mark, but I'm just saying, I'm just using his statement. Mark says if a woman's body count's 100 or a guy abuse a woman, children, does not matter. So what I'm saying is, this is again what I'm saying. I'm not again talking about you because I don't know you. So that person probably does not exist in this chat, so I'm not
And
talking.
I feel people should share
Okay,
everything.
okay,
Everything.
that person
marriage.
probably doesn't exist in this chat, and what I'm saying is, in all probability, right now in this chat, nobody has a body count of 100. Okay, I'm just clarifying that this is a disclosure. If this by chance hits somebody on the head, it wasn't intentional. Let's say a woman does have a body count of 100. Let's say that, and then you meet her. Okay, I said her because obviously he's talking about a woman. And then guess what? She's in your head, whether or not she is or not. Point being is, in your eyes, in your imagination, she is the perfect woman. She's your type, the right hair, right colored eyes, right kind of body type, and you fall in love with her. Okay, and then she treats you well. She treats you perfectly, and she has a 9 to 5 job that you're fine with. She's actually has actual work. She actually works, and she does this for years and years. You have kids with her and everything. Let's say 2 kids, okay, because that's 2 years, 3 years, whatever. And then she sits down with you, and
I'll take a look at that lack of spot.
and you're happy with her. And then she says, "Just so you know, I've been with 100 guys before you." Are you going to break up with her because of that knowledge?
Well, I think it's kind of all leading to one situation, which is the killer of marriage is communication. Yeah, you don't have to say, "Hey, I use red pencils to do all my homework in the third grade." I didn't ask for that type of detail.
No. I
But
know
you're the only person I've
that.
been with that didn't divulge.
I
or was
know
open.
that. Okay.
It feels more personal if you say, "Hey, when I was a kid, I used to put my fingers
No.
down in the
Okay.
sand, and
Okay.
I was this,
I'm
this,
not.
and that." It
Again,
makes
I'm
me
not
feel
talking about you,
disconnected.
Heidi. I'm just saying again
Yeah, I'm just
on the
saying
chat.
on the side.
I
But
know that, but again, I'm just saying, will you break up that perfect relationship in your mind because you found out their body type? You can't judge the person now because of then. Now, here's a caveat. Here's the caveat. The
it
caveat
could for
is
some people based on type, who they've been with,
okay.
because maybe I mean
Okay, I get it, but here's the caveat. Let me finish. When Heidi just
you're
said,
sucking toes with a bunch of nasty people from India in a backstreet dorm or something. That's your thing, and I
okay,
found out you
stop.
did it. Then that would change some of
Okay,
my
here's
thoughts.
the caveat
I don't
again.
want to kiss those lips.
Here's the caveat again. I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect for you forever. That's not what I'm saying either. I'm just saying, would you break up with that woman that made you happy for 2 years or 3 years? I'm not arguing with that. But here's the caveat. In all probability, and I say probability, will she cheat on you? Well, I don't know her, but can she? There's a probability, yes. You get my point. You know what I'm saying? For example, like, I'm seeing from my experience, and Heidi will agree with me on this one. Do I, in my younger years, even recently, before I married Heidi, Was I a free bird? Yes. However, Heidi will swear to you, I will not cheat, or I don't even look at women that way. Fact. And most of the time, even Heidi says, "Did you see that woman?" I said, "No, I don't look, because I don't. I don't. When we're in a mall or somewhere else, I don't look at women. I don't. I just don't. It just doesn't interest me." But Heidi will agree with me on that one. She knows I won't, stray or anything like that. She knows I never take off my ring. Point being is, it doesn't.
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's fair. But what I'm saying
I
is,
mean, I trust. This isn't about trust, what we're discussing today. As I said,
actually,
it's all communication. No, to you feel it's a trust thing. For me, it's the non-communication that kills marriages, because
actually,
if
most
you're
of the
doing
time, it is a
that,
trust thing.
it's other things.
Most of the time, it is a trust thing.
No.
And
I just want you to
it's
communicate
an
in
insecurity
everyday
trust
life.
thing.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope. I want
again,
you.
I'm
If you're
talking
not
about.
communicating with that, you're
I'm
not
talking about
communicating
scientific.
about
I'm talking about
daily
a scientific
life, our
basis as
future,
far as
and it's a proven
relationships
record.
are concerned.
Okay. Maybe.
Fact. Again, doesn't have anything to do with my feelings.
In a breakdown of a book and on the internet, yes, they would say,
Okay, I
you
wouldn't
should
say
just
internet
trust
because I don't believe the
situation.
internet. Most
Well,
of the
not
stuff
anymore,
I
but you get my
know,
point. Textbook internet.
most of the stuff I
I'm adding
know,
both
I
in there,
read
textbook
from
internet.
books because I really distrust the internet. Not because I'm a conspiracy theorist. It's because most of the shit I see is not accurate.
People want to get to
I
know
read the stuff on the
people, and
internet. It's not.
everybody else shares.
I'm like, this is
You're
wrong.
the only person out of my 100 body count that will not communicate, that will not tell me anything. I feel like, why don't you guys tell me what percentage you know about your spouse that you think? You know him 80%, 90%? I'll put George at about 30.
No, I don't know what.
30 is how
I
feel.
don't know everything. However, you do realize marriage counselors do follow a book and they follow a rule.
I see,
Okay,
previous
you're right. You're right.
to
In
nobody went to a psychiatrist unless they were an absolute loony, but now everybody
okay.
does it when their nails
Okay.
fall off.
Again,
It's
Mark
a
is right.
internet
Mark is
thing.
right. I don't know. So yes, it's probably incorrect for me to say go to counselor. Just probably actually that's what I said. The key words are, now that I just said it, I usually say probably in most of
No,
my statements.
George is romantic. He's in the moment. He's good with the pets. We get emotional on air, off air, and
Yeah, and
what percentage do you feel you know me? Things are being open.
I
How
don't
much have I been an
try.
open
I
book?
don't try.
And how
Because
much have I given out? Probably 99%.
no, I don't try. That's the thing. I will never know you. Till the day I die, I will never. I know Heidi.
Well, don't be. Nobody really. There's
Correct.
always that percentage.
That's what I'm saying.
But what have I given
Okay,
up
that's
to
my
you?
point. That's my point. I don't know everything. In fact,
I didn't. Okay, so what percentage do
let
you
me
know
finish.
about me as
Let
a
me
person?
finish. I
that
wasn't
told
done.
you?
I wasn't done. Mark says, I don't know everything. You're right. But here's the thing. I actually pay attention to the words
You
that come
guys
out of
always
my
get
mouth.
down to the okay.
I usually
You're
say
getting down to the psychological
I
mumbo
usually
shit.
say probably.
Okay, so what do you probably know?
My
What percentage?
point being is I don't know everything. In fact, most of the time when I make
such a black and white thing.
what
What do you know that I've told you?
let me
What
finish
percentage? Don't
again.
beat around the bush. Just answer.
I'm not beating
you
around the
always go
bush.
around.
No, I'm trying to finish the same sentence when you interrupt me again.
Okay, I'll wait.
Before you even switch this, I was literally in the middle of says most of the time I do state I do when I'm not sure, I do say probably in my statements.
Okay.
It's a reflex thing because even Heidi hates it. She even says, you never say for sure or anything. I will never say for sure or 100% unless
Never. If I ask you, do you want ice cream? You say maybe. Possibly.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Point being is I never claim I know everything or anything. I usually say probably, possibly.
But you answer that for everything.
No.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
I don't. I don't.
Yes, you do. 99% of the time.
Yeah,
you
okay,
answer
99%. Guess what? The 1% is
because
because it's when I know 100% sure. But point being
which means
is
you're never sure
I'm
about
pretty
anything.
sure that I did say
You're the only
probably. Either way.
Okay, so answer the question.
And what about you? I don't know. Probably, to be honest with you, probably 75%.
You really think I haven't said the way I yammer all the time? I haven't told you my entire life down to childhood, being raped
Okay.
several times. I've told you every
Okay.
bit of my
Okay.
life.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
been so open. I'm open if I spend
You
extra
can
money.
be open. First off, your memory's not that. I'm not talking about you. Human memory is never accurate. Even I forget a shit ton of things. Fact.
If
Even
I'm at
even
75, I'll bring
sometimes
you
I feel
down to
so
10%,
stupid.
I
Some
guess.
words that I have a very high vocabulary. But even some words I'm like, what the freak? I even tell Heidi out loud, like, oh my god, what's that word? I don't remember. I feel so stupid. I literally say these words because
It probably was.
human
She had to.
memory is fallible. I don't care who you are, what you are. Your memory's not even that good. Even the ones that have photographic memory.
Oh, we
Guess
ain't going. What I'm saying
well, what I'm
is,
saying is
the only surprise you're going to get is to find out I was burying people out back a long time ago
yeah.
or something.
But
That's the surprise
point
you may
being
get down the
is
road. I wouldn't.
I know that, but
I've told you
sometimes people forget things.
99%.
Even people with photographic memory forget a lot of things. Fact.
Okay, well, yeah, people forget things they're not telling you, but it's not 25%. The whole point is,
My point is,
it's just where you are.
okay, here's the thing. Even you probably only know 80% of yourself.
If I go this way to talk about that, you're going way over.
I'm not, because
that I have a memory issue, so therefore you don't know anything. It's communication.
See, here's the
and
issue
the rest
you
of
get.
Filipinos are
Here's the
hiding.
issue I have with you. You take everything personally. I just literally said
And you don't, Mr. Sensitivity, bitch.
I just said human memory is fallible. I just said right before I even said you
It's time for an opera,
before
Mr.
I
Bitch.
even said that you probably only know 80% of yourself. I even said I forget a lot of shit.
My whole point is, I think
What makes you think this about you? I literally just said human memory is very fallible.
And
it's
guess pretty much the only
Guess
thing
what?
I know
If
is what you've given me from the
if-
6 years we live in.
if
I only
your
know what's going
mom-
on now,
if
and
your
that's
mom
wrong.
told you that your
But I'm
uncle
still here.
touched you inappropriately while you're growing up, even he never laid his hands on you, your memory will create that. Your brain will create that memory.
Oh my
That's how
God.
fallible our memories are.
You go so far left field when we get in these conversations.
It's not
We're
left
talking about-
field.
Yeah,
We're talking
it is.
about
Because we're talking about communication and knowing about marriages, and you're going way here with the conversations. It's way up there that my memory's failing me, so you don't know about that part of it. That is out there.
no. You said you tell me everything, but guess what? You can't tell me everything because you can't remember everything.
There you are being very. That's not hypothetical. You're being.
It's not hypothetical. It's fact.
I'm trying to think of the word. Give me a minute too. A fact. Throw more facts in there. Confuse the situation, and then
I'm not confusing things because that's why I said, guys, I sound like a nutball if you talk to me because I will go deep on you. Fact. No, Heidi will agree with this. No. You wanna talk deep? Yeah, talk to me, but trust me, you don't want to.
Very frustrating on top of frustrating on being in a foreign country on top of being more
Well,
frustrated.
that you being with a foreign country.
No,
has nothing to
not
do with
really.
me.
Yeah, actually, it does.
No, not really, because I'm there. I'm saying is unless I'm somewhere else and I'm not with you. Yeah, of course. And then
There's already enough mysteries going on. I don't need extra mysteries on top of mysteries.
that's what I just said. The foreign country thing only applies.
And like I said,
if
now
I
that
don't
the
exist.
and now 4 years have gone by, I'm adjusting. As a matter of fact, I'm becoming numb to the crap. So it's my Filipina gets mad that I'm a closed book. Okay, I don't like talking about myself or my day-to-day life. After 2 years, she is slowly getting used to it. Yeah, I mean, it can happen also. I'm not saying it's just a Filipino thing. It definitely can happen with some men. Not at all. Pretty much, they go to work, they come back, or people, and then there's little to no communication. It can happen, but it is the death of a marriage.
Here's the thing: the reason why you're having that issue, and I'm warning everybody who moves to the Philippines. You know, remember, like when I say again, fact, when I say, "Oh, I know where you live." Again, if you're American Filipino, hopefully Filipino, you should never
Oh yeah.
ever get offended by that statement. "Oh, I know where you live," because that's not personal. That's not a threat. My point being is the most of the time when I talk to Filipinos, you're like, "Oh, hey," then we talk and whatever. And this one, the like usually the third question that they ask is, "Where do you live?" It doesn't matter whether I'm talking to a vendor or anybody else. Where do you live? Point being is, it's not a. Don't think of it as a qualifying question. Think of it as, again, my explanation is, think of it like, remember the old days. Oh, I'm MacLeod from the clan MacLeod from the hills of Ireland. That kind of deal. That's the way Filipinos are. So, what I'm saying is, Filipinos are more open to information, so they would feel more comfortable with you, and
Yeah, that's
that's
what I'm trying to
that's the
feel.
culture they have and we have, and that's what I'm saying.
My wife doesn't care about my past. She loves my money. Well, that's just it. I love George for him, but when I get cut out on every single thing, it does get a little irritating. It's not about the money or the cooking or the extra housework or anything else. I've only wanted him and his time, and when I get none of the above, it's a screw you. And yes, his body count is over 30. I promise you that. I'd eat my shit if it wasn't. George hugged on every single goddamn woman and man that was around. He talks to every single man and a woman around and hugs on him. He was hugging everybody here during the pandemic. I was, you got to lay up off that.
You want a mud pretzel?
You're nasty because I know you did that, and I know, and I know you used your what the lady popsicle or whatever you want to call it. I know your lips have been down there because you're nasty. You nasty and you just nasty. You're nasty. You are nasty. I'm just telling you, I already know that. So nasty. George, if a woman slept with 100 men before, would you marry her?
Oh, we already talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. If I truly, then I wouldn't have. If I'd have found out different things about his dating, more than likely that would have halted me at some point. And I'm sure this stuff exists now. Now it's a little late. Everything sold, everything gone, moved, did all these things. Yeah, I'm not going to, I might. Who God knows. And that's why I feel I'm not being told stuff. But it's, I mean, it's just where it is. It does somewhat make a difference on people's, there's, there's a portion I found out, just like George. No, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going there. Yeah, past is past. Move on. Yeah. No, chosen one. Honestly, it's history. It's been history because if it didn't start out to begin with situation, if I can't even begin to elaborate all that. I know my value. It's not a jealousy because I just don't like the inconsistency in communication. It's really all I've ever asked. That's where I'm at. I know he's not going to cheat just like he knows I'm not. We know we complete each other in that manner. And if that's, I mean, I do know certain facts about George. So the jealousy, no man or woman wants their person hugging and slobbering and hugging on people all the time and making personal contact and stuff that way. It just was really creepy in the beginning for me, not jealousy.
No, it's just the way I am, or was,
So,
before marriage, I guess.
so, yep.
Hey, Michael, how you doing, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. Michael Alexander, yeah, men and women are different. A king knows to be careful with his mouth.
No, he's just saying if the car is missing a bumper and gas and brake pedal worn out, it's probably got a high body count, right? That is true. Well, yeah, that's a given. The women working in Angel City surpassed that a long time ago. Many expats living there also have, oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's a good age above 25 or 30. If a girl looks like hail damage under the hood, don't enter. There you go, George. What do you think about that one, George? Eh. What do you think?
Well, the word here is under the hood. What? Yeah, probably not.
Probably not means you might hit it depending on what her bank account looks like and what she looks like. Because the answer would be for me, no. But for you, here you are answering.
No, no, no,
There's other
no, 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 no.
criteria you're waiting to see.
Under the hood usually doesn't mean body wise. Usually, when they say under the hood, that means there's something wrong with her personally in her personality profile. Usually, when they say under, that's why I had to pause and analyze what this statement says.
Well, that's just it. You said that women analyze and you're black and white, but you do tend to analyze a lot of things. You do. Usually, when we met, it seemed to be more so you analyze things.
Oh yeah,
And
of
wait
course.
to answer.
I analyze everything.
You said
Yeah,
black
trust
and
me.
white for men earlier.
Yeah, because there is a science to
Straightforward.
analyzing people. It is a science. It is so
No,
black
what
and
it
white.
is you're allowed to do both, and I'm not.
No, there's a difference.
So which is it? Okay, so black and white or analytic?
No. But, babe, there's a science to it. Same thing when okay, I don't have it anymore. I don't have that skill anymore. Back then, way before I met Heidi, way before. And I've lost it before I met Heidi because I stopped doing it because I didn't like the way I did it. it it's a skill to analyze people up and down. When you look at people, you analyze them left and right. You watch everything. You know what clothes they're wearing, how much they cost, where they got it from, whether it's from J.C. Penney's or Circle K or Walmart. No, I'm not joking. This is a skill. This is actually a skill that you can teach yourself. And then you can get
I'm
you can
not
get.
going that far. I'm talking
I
about the beginning of this
know that,
conversation. You said that
but
basically that's what
but
is
you're the
being.
one who kind of asked me because it I do analyze people, and that is a science. It is black and white. You can analyze people up and down. However, I stopped because then that gets rid of the human aspect of it. Point being, I didn't like the person I became. I didn't want to become or stop being a person that analyzed everything, and I just want to experience that person, male or female, friendship or not, or just somebody I just walk by. Point being, I didn't like that skill. I'm like, you know what? I'm turning people into numbers, and I didn't like that, so I stopped. I actually said this. I stopped being that person because I didn't like it.
Gigolos get lonely too, right?
Okay, Dallas. AK Dallas. There you go.
George, now you're capping. Every guy looks at other females just like Heidi looks at other men. It's human nature. Honestly, I don't. I mean, now I get the male thing, so you do photos online or in movies. Yeah, he's basically calling you out, all men, because
Okay.
you are a manly man. So you do. What I'm saying is
Okay,
you're not looking, nor would you go.
let's rephrase. Let me rephrase things.
Yeah, because I know
If I'm out in public with Heidi, I literally do not look at women. I do look at them, but not that way. I look at them as like, like a person. I don't objectify
Probably
them.
doesn't matter if you're Filipino or me.
I don't even analyze whether they're beautiful or not. I don't. I really don't. Because one, it is disrespectful to my wife. So, and No, that's just a skill that I have learned too. That if I'm out and about with my wife, I just look at women like I would look at a man.
Mother or your
And
mother or
and
something.
Heidi knows this because
It's the same with
she's
me.
been with me long enough to know whether my eyes linger or not. She knows.
And honestly, for me, I wasn't doing Asians before George. It just happened to be I like this person.
So
So I'm not attracted to
okay,
the other
so yes,
Filipinos
do I
here.
look
He
at other
knows
women?
that. So
Yes, but not when I'm out about with my wife.
I just don't. That's just me. You guys can say just like you don't like American women. Some people don't like women from India or this. I just don't find any of the other. So for me, it just doesn't happen. So
Yeah, and it is a skill. I mean,
that, and I'm married, and
you
I
can
just
shut
don't
off
care.
looking at other women, and other guys cannot control themselves. It's a
No, I know
control
he
thing.
likes other women. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I mean,
I am a heterosexual male, regardless of whatever you think.
he likes to gawk. I mean, I've seen his pages and stuff. When I first met him, now that's where the jealousy came in. Like I seen his Instagram one time, and it had nothing but half naked women. You would have thought he was a mechanic or he's an artist. He
Well,
says it was for painting, but they are half
and
naked. There
and
was
I
really no
and I
need for half naked
do
women,
I
but
do a lot of artwork for women, regardless of whether Heidi agrees
aka
or not.
slut.
But anyway,
Artists all say that. Well, I'm just an artist. I like to look at beautiful things. Okay.
well,
Get a
actually,
magazine.
a lot of artists do get a lot of punani. Just saying. I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying a lot of artists do.
Open your eyes, George. It's okay to look. Sure. Yeah, King can have as many women. And honestly, I really don't care. He also knows that's where I'm at. You're going to go screw something, go ahead. Goodbye. Just don't do it in front of me or let me find out. So that's every woman, including Philippines. As a matter of fact, there's more jealousy going on here than I've seen in any country.
In all fairness, again, as long as he's not tied down, yeah.
Don't be a simp, man. Right, George is slipping. Don't slip, man. You slip.
Don't be a simp, right?
George,
there you go.
slipping. King Marcus. Yeah.
Oh, damn, King Marcus.
Right. That man.
Oh, man. I wish you didn't say that.
Like I said, house swap would be really fun with him because that would not be happening.
What?
Yeah, no.
What?
Yeah, pretty much. Said my body count, it's up there. I don't know. It's not small. Told you guys, never had a problem. Even 100 pounds bigger than I am now. Never once. More pushing for the cushion and loving and cooking and attitude and protection and everything. And never had no problem ever. Ever, ever. I just couldn't see doing it again. If George fell down the stairs or disappeared in the toilet or something, I
What?
I could not see dating a Filipino, and definitely not an older Filipino here, and definitely not an older expat. There's just no way. So I'm as good as cooked. I'd get a girlfriend. I actually trying to make my plan.
That's
what would I do? What?
That's worse getting a
Oh, I'm
girlfriend.
bringing her in from Russia or something, or the Ukraine or
Okay.
something. I'm gonna bring me a white girl in here.
I'm going to lay some facts on you guys, so you guys will
Gonna
probably
import
are
bride.
not. You guys are not probably going to agree with me on this, but recently,
Some of it does. Some of it
the
does.
highest number of divorce is girl. The highest number of divorce.
Yes.
The medium number of divorce is heterosexual, male female. The least number of divorce is male.
Yeah.
So
Filipinos just don't do confrontation.
I'm just saying, girl is the worst relationship you. I'm not saying it's probably the worst. Again, everybody's different, but it has a high probability of failure.
14. He said that before about taking you somewhere. He goes, "What? You're not going to look?" Of course he is. He said he's not dead. So I'm aware of his shady shit all the time.
I stopped bar hopping when I, met Heidi, because that's not a good idea. Trust me. Whenever I go to bars, I kind of get into trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
George likes to dirty dance and grind and slow dance and.
Well, I wouldn't say dirty dance. Fandango, I guess. Fandango is a dirty dancing.
No, I'm just looking at you in the glasses.
Oh,
Well,
damn, that's
I
hilarious.
would agree. Let's see. I was dating a girl from Japan 2 years. I was going to marry. I made the mistake of asking her body count. She said 18, and the marriage plan was over. Yeah, sweet, shy, and innocent. That reminds me of the one that I had seen on the 90 day. Sometimes it does make a difference to know this. The woman, he had found out that she was engaged, I said 3 times or something, and she never married. She's the one that broke off all the engagements. So that would be some flags there. No kids, and she's like 38 or 39. No kids, no marriages. So, I mean, some of it does apply. It could be the pattern with the woman or guy or
All right. Now, here's the thing with guys. And, okay, I'm talking about guys here, just real quick. I'm not going to go deep on this one. For those of you who want to increase their body count, it's real simple. And a lot of women in the chat, or probably Heidi will probably agree with me on this. When you go out on a date, the moment a woman sees you, it's binary. It's either they want to sleep with you or they don't. It's almost instantaneous. They feel in their gut. They're like, yeah, I want this guy, or yeah, no. What I'm saying is, if you guys feel that nothing's gonna happen, and that's the only thing you're after, you would know in the middle of the date. And what I'm saying is, if that's what all you're after, if you don't feel that you're gonna get lucky that night, or if you feel that this woman really, even if there's a doubt that she's not into you, she probably isn't. Cut your losses and move on to the next one. And I'm not being mean or anything. And most women in the chat will probably agree with me. They know if they want to be with a guy, and they'll put an effort into it. So what I'm saying is, the problem is, as the word simp comes from, the problem is guys tend to try to like just stick with that woman whether she's interested or not. You know what I'm saying?
it smells like they're burning trash. Can you smell that?
Mm, no, I have a mustache and covering my nose.
Oh, nobody told you to put it that high up, but then you are all lips.
Did you know that the proper way to breathe is through your mouth?
Or through your ass.
Actually, no, that's incorrect. The proper way to breathe is through your diaphragm. I was just making fun, but anyway.
I still want a short-term housekeeper.
There it is.
Let's just give out our body counts that we buried in the backyard, right? Or that you want to do. Anyways, I'm making plans now.
What?
What?
I don't think that's what they meant.
Oh.
Heidi's been watching too much CSI.
And crime shows and everything else. I said, I'm looking forward to being that 90-year-old grandma's like, we found 196 bodies in our yard. We were shocked. Oh, hell no. We seen Heidi in a live stream. We know that's not shocking.
What was that movie we just recently watched where there's a ton of bodies everywhere?
Talking about the one where they buried them under the concrete, including some of their own kids. Who knows? But there's been
we watch a lot of crime shows, so yeah, it kind of gets muddled together. Yeah, but
honestly, there's nothing really to say about them no more. There's just nothing. That was all exposed and everything was talked about and moved on. I know some people keep dragging it back in over on their channel or different things, but there's really nothing to say about them anymore. Except for they were just wrong, and he really should leave with this woman and just go, but he won't because he's still in love. So nothing on that one. And in the Philippines, damn Ben and Jerry ice cream I have found doesn't have Cherry Garcia.
Oh, what was that ice cream we were eating last night?
Gold label.
Oh, that was gold.
Yeah.
It was so good. Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah,
gold
we got
label
it
is
for our anniversary.
is
And
Magnolia, I believe.
we did popcorn and movies last night.
Yeah,
and
but that flavor that we had last, oh my gosh, to
yeah,
die
it
for.
was salted caramel and vanilla.
Yeah,
we rarely eat ice cream.
Yeah, if you buy ice cream, Filipino brand, buy
Gold.
Magnolia Gold Label. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The only thing I don't like is the cartons are never sealed and there's no cover over, so it just
when she says sealed, when you pop it open, the ice cream's there. You know
there's no
how in the
seal
U.S. you
holding
pop it
that.
open and you have to peel that.
There's a 2 seal on ice creams around the world, but on their company it was kind of odd
Here,
for
no,
me.
yeah.
Not all of the brands, but
Well, I mean, they do have Ben and Jerry's here, but
get the popcorn. Yeah. Yeah, we already did. Never buy Ben and Jerry's balls deep, right? I'm going in deep when I arrive in the
all right, Mark.
Philippines. Oh, it's time for you to take the cats and go. It's time for vacation. Troll. George needs a pretty petite, slim Filipina that doesn't give contra.
Contra means
Yeah.
argue.
Yeah. Yeah, probably like you, huh?
Okay, now that's a myth because Filipinos do argue.
Hell
Boy,
yeah,
do they
and they're
argue.
not. And petite ain't got nothing to do with it or anything else. And what's good for the goose is good for the
Oh
gander.
damn, that's so fake.
I've called Gino
I mean,
over.
I get
I
you're making a
just
joke.
called
Yeah, I feel
to
that George, you can
say
get no. That's so fake. Oh my gosh,
I'm a male
I
hypocrite. My
hate
body count
I hate
doesn't matter.
vloggers that do that. Yeah.
Yeah. God doesn't tell you anything.
Huh?
I'm not sure. He said God doesn't tell you anything. Sure.
Oh well, wouldn't know.
Men are the prizes when you gain money and power.
No,
It depends if
no.
the person could be swayed by money. And I'll say it once, say it again. George has had money. I've had money. We're not billionaires, but we've both done everything. We've traveled the world. We've traveled. We've spent money. We've been in big homes. We've done all the above. And really, for me, it just gets down to the person. And I don't mind if you lie to me every now and then. I just need, for me, George will know number one is communication. I'm always running my yammer. Like everything is a breakdown. Not trying to school anybody and be like, okay, today I'm making eggs, and this is how you make an egg. You need to sit here and watch me make an egg. No, it's not like that type of situation. But I might say in the beginning, hey, this is what I'm doing. I've got a routine going, and I can tell George about my day 3 days in advance. Hey, we're doing this on Friday and blah, blah, blah. And he'll get up on Friday and I don't even know if you forget about things, but
Huh? What?
exactly. So I know the one thing I've learned with George is men are men and women are women. Women are a certain way with emotions and communications, and then culture is added into our relationship. Moving here, I still feel things have changed. I I know that I can say I don't feel things are the same as they were in the US. I just feel like some things have changed. I don't know if it's because of the way we're living and not have, like, I was free driving a car, and I had friends and family, or as a like fuck you, I'm
Well,
going
it's a
anyway
bunch of other.
situation. But
It's a
here
bunch of factors. Yes.
there is a lot of factors that
There's a lot of
change.
factors. Your living situation, and also you have to realize that me and Heidi are not young. What I'm saying is
Well, even by
aging does
five, six
change
years, yeah,
things.
since we left,
Yes.
5 years has made a difference since we've
Yeah.
left.
Sharing a life means sharing. Otherwise, what's the point?
I do, but you're going to find I do feel it is a culture thing in Southeast Asia. It has added to a factor with George. Now, I didn't see it that way. I just thought George was a real asshole when we met. I just thought he was stuck up. I thought he was better than everybody.
No, actually,
He didn't have
I
to,
never
but
think I'm better than anybody.
I really am starting to
Ever.
feel. Now, I'm not saying your family is, and I won't mention names, but I feel your family is private, so you are private. I also feel that they're also non-confrontational, like, with each other, and I don't know how well your mom and dad communicate, and. But what I'm saying is, I think some of that is rubbed off. I really think your
Well, yeah, of
brother and
course.
you are a lot alike. His
Well,
brother's a
it
doctor. I
doesn't
think
it
you
doesn't
get the treatment from your brother that you give me because you've mentioned things.
it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, it of course your family tree does determine your behavior. Of course, duh. It's what you grew up in, environment. But just real quick before we
Yeah,
stray
I
too
doubt
far,
that.
yeah, okay, George. Well, yeah,
Oh,
that's how I was getting it. Just real quick again. George being make a complaint, yell at him, and
I
made him feel
doubt
insecure,
it.
and you will be.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, Robert.
And I've told you guys before, I don't give a shit about her back.
Robert is obviously making a joke here, but what I'm saying is there are Filipinos or Filipinas that will threaten and that they're going to deport you. And what I'm getting at is the moment they do, accept it, admit it, walk away, move on. Because anybody who will do that, they're really not in for your best interest.
Yeah, they're using that all the time. Yeah, and plus I know George
Yeah,
won't do
that's
it. I
that's a
mean,
manipulation
it's
thing. A decent human being will never do that, whether you're in the U.S.
use
or
it
whether you're
as
here as
yeah,
as
use
a
it as
tool. Correct.
yeah. So even if we're fighting off air, the first time I feel George would say, "Hey,
No, we
I'm
we
going down
me
to the
yeah,
office
me and
because of
Heidi
the
has
way I
had real
see you,"
fights, and I would never dare use that ever.
yeah,
I even tell
and vice
Heidi.
versa. I
I
mean,
even tell
there
Heidi because
are
Heidi says, "Oh, you're gonna do this." No, I would never do that because no, a decent person will never do that to you because it's a form of manipulation.
yeah,
Walk away, guys. Move away, or girls.
yep. Sharing is caring. Talking about bring back chosen when they're arranged marriages. So, hey, Slick Rick is in the house. Good morning.
It's like Rick. Good morning, George and Heidi from San Francisco.
Yeah.
San Fran, good old San Fran.
George goes for the home runs. Whatever that means, I'm kind of not on that one. I must be going above my head. George is a nasty boy. I've said it a dozen times. He's nasty. He's a freak. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And if I knew he did more freaky shit, I'd probably leave tomorrow. I can be about as no, I'm not freaky. But if I found out he was a freak, so that'd make a difference. If I found out that he was in them underground places wearing leather and a gag ball and all that, and he was doing everybody in the dungeons, I would not be with you. So that to me was important to know these things, but I will never find that out.
Extra sneaky Lopez.
I'm telling you, that's just where it is. If I found out he was drinking vodka after he spit it in 5 different guys' mouth and a woman's lemon pot and all that, and then it was back in his mouth again, no, I'm not going to be with him. I just, I did that a long time ago, and I'm just not down with it. So, and I'm not about being, a milk drinker with a milk drinker. You know what I mean?
Would you like to have a snowball?
Would you like me to punch you in the nose? And then you could call immigration and bring in your dog. And then we can get
Oh,
into coconuts and Twinkies. Have you ever sucked on a coconut? George has. And he's also nasty with the chocolate on Willie. But he likes to touch his Twinkie.
it does look like him though.
George is just a
It does,
Twinkie
it's
and
Willie.
coconut
Hey,
guy.
Willie.
I'm not looking for any other Twinkies in the Philippines because they're all small and brown and a little white on south side. I'll pass on that. I'll pass on that. Never mind. Georgie Porgy pudding pie, kiss all the girls and he made him cry. Yeah.
I have heard that my entire
I
life.
don't date over 32. Too much damn baggage. Well, I wouldn't see dating him that young. See, I couldn't do the opposite. I mean, what are you, probably double her age? I just can't see raising that's another thing. Most of the guys here are just, I don't care how big or whatever, like, oh, you'll never get anybody. I guarantee you I can. My problem is I'm not dating an older Filipino either, and I'm not bringing in a 30-year-old when George isn't here no more. I just can't see it. So I'm not raising another kid. I'm not going to mother a guy where I make 3, 4, 5 times more than the average Filipino, and I'm not going to be used for my money because that's what a lot of these girls are doing. I'm sorry. That photo I showed you of that expat where they were talking on video or whatever, I'm like, how?
Oh no!
That
Oh
was
my gosh.
horrible.
No,
The
that can't be
guy,
real.
it
That's
is real
obviously
though.
what I'm saying
It's
is
for money. It was
that's what I'm
evidently for
saying.
money.
What I
So
mean by it's not
couldn't do
real.
a
It's not
young
real
and
love.
couldn't do it
It's
based on
that's
and
obviously
only if they've got their own cars and
no.
money and house and then they're ready to sweep me off their feet and they're in their 40s. I'll be like, oh, okay.
See, here's the thing. Again, I'm not picking on anybody because
I
obviously
can't
you
do
guys
it.
don't know what I'm talking about or what we're talking about.
Post office Joe said he didn't get his
Yeah, what
card.
I'm saying is, again, like I said, girls know if they want to be with you, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that girl,
Hey, what's going on?
I swear, again, I don't know who she is, what
You know
she
how?
is,
Let me tell you
but the
what. You ever
moment
seen that
she
world's
saw him,
ugliest dog? You'd rather
the
lick
dog
his butt
is
and face
is
before you would
cuter,
this
yeah.
guy. This
And
guy is
I'm
just
not, again, we're not picking on the guy because obviously you guys don't know what we're talking
Oh,
about.
I'm
But
picking on him. He's
what I'm
ugly.
saying is, there's no woman on the planet that would see this guy and be like, "Oh yeah, I want to be with him."
Yeah, for defamation
And
purposes, we'll spare the
for those
photos.
of you, again, I'm not a shallow guy by any means, but here's the thing: when you say, "Well, what about his personality?" Here's the thing, though: a lot of people don't have personality, especially online, and it's like,
I'm gonna send it if
and
Sarah's
even
still
if
in
they
the
do,
house.
you don't know if that's their real
I'm
personality.
gonna find it and send it to Sarah.
Yeah,
Anybody through Messenger, and I'm like,
yeah, no, that's
it's like
definitely
no way. It
a
has nothing to do
that's
with
a
where they're
use
from,
situation. Yeah.
or it was real. She said she couldn't wait for him to come home.
No,
So before you
I
heard, they were
read that.
married, and
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
like,
yeah, okay.
there's a limit of you can be the prettiest, skinniest woman in the world. Like you said, if you give attitude like me, you're just totally turned off. You don't want nothing from them if they're screaming at your situation. But there's also, I just can't. There's also looks can matter to some people.
Yeah, no, and
This
again, I'm not
guy
judging because of visually,
is
but what I'm saying is, it's
he's
obvious
evident
that
overweight
relationship
and
is based
ugly.
on,
Money.
yes, that's what I was getting at.
So
I'm not,
yeah, yeah. I miss that. Where did I miss? See, I don't see Mike in there. Can you see
Mike.
Our Philippine Journey? Somebody just said hi to Our Philippine Journey again. I didn't see him in here the last time, but I don't.
Oh, I
That's
know.
just it. So that is weird. But George said he could see you the last time, but somebody said unless he's further down, and I missed that.
I think. Well, I don't know about further down because I'm working my way back up. I don't see him.
We do get a lot of them cut out here, but if Our Philippine Journey's in the house, hello, hello. Well, I didn't see him in there,
I know
so
that,
I
but
just want
I'm
to
not
say
gonna.
hi to him.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Mike, how we doing?
yeah, yeah, he was just saying that sometimes there's just a few comments. George is a giver. He's a lover, not a fighter. Hell yeah, he's a fighter. That's what I've been goddamn trying to tell you. There's days I sit here half quiet, and George will admit he's coming into his own menopause. I'm telling you. He said, I don't know what was wrong with me. And I'm like, damn, you were off the chain today. The whole point is George is his own man, and he can be mean as a snake, or he can ignore you for 3 days. You think that's a joke. And I'm like, this go hang out with your uncle and brother today. Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna sit here and watch my shows and make my plans for my 80-year-old getaway shit. I'm gonna get it away. If you ask your partner, you can't answer. You have your answer.
That's pretty accurate. What is that?
What's that?
The one next one. I can't tell what it
It's
is.
yeah. It's I believe that is one of our stickers or something he put up. He's probably
I
a
was just
member.
wondering.
Looks like a member sticker, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still feel they should answer. There are times you just won't answer anyways, and that can be. I wish I could. I wish I could. Stoicism is not in me, not often, unless I'm worried that I'm going to choke somebody when I'm going to legally be in trouble. That's the only time stoicism comes in for me. I've read the books, I've listened to this shit, and oh no, 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 hell no. So I'm always gonna be like this, and I haven't even had that much coffee.
You have nice nails. Did it show your nail?
Yeah, I already did. Yeah, I'm doing my thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you can't see this. That's what I was trying to show.
Yeah, the clear ones you can't see.
Well, and there's no way to see
they're
them.
not clear. They have like glitter or something like that. They're silver with glitter.
Well, they got roses on them, but you just can't really see it. See the rose on the front of it. So
Oh, it was that movie last night? It was that isolated movie with all those bodies. I remember.
oh, we watched. It's
Yeah.
the number 5 video on Netflix. What was it called?
Isolated. Yes, isolated.
Yeah, you guys want to check that out.
Yeah,
but
for those.
basically, it was a really good.
Yeah, for those
horror.
Filipinos out there,
It's got translation.
the star is Joel Torre. So I know I'm just letting people know it's Joel Torre. Joel Torre is a big name. So.
No, that is true also that many girls by the time they're 18 or 20 have already become mothers. So that's the crazy part about hidden kids. And a lot of guys find that out later or never at all. They never will admit it.
And remembers a lot of them. Here's the problem.
Husbands are living up in the house,
Yeah.
everything else
Yeah,
situation.
and here's the
they-
problem.
If you don't ask her, she's not going to tell you.
Well, sometimes even if you do ask her.
Yeah, more likely.
And that's what I was getting
the
at.
guys are naive
The
to
the
that.
problem I have is
That could be in Asia.
most
though,
of them
just
do
not-
lie that they don't have kids, and they send what it is. They send their kids to the province and have their grandma or their mom take care of them.
Hey, Sunset Travel. Good morning. Hi, Heidi and Tiger King.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
I guess.
right, Tiger King, right.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Most you guys won't. You guys say it. My whole point is no matter what culture you're from, there's not too many women, unless they're up to no good cheating on you, that wouldn't be jealous. I'm not saying I'm not jealous of George. Even with me at this size, there's some points I've seen George gel.
You're not jealous of me. You're jealous of
And-
whoever.
Right, but what I'm saying is, going somewhere else to the other parts of the world doesn't change it. You're liable to get your eyes scratched out by a Filipina, that is for sure. As a matter of fact, there's more jealousy. Because I told George, I joked around yesterday, and I said, you know what I ought to do? I ought to do that sugar mama thing and bring in 3 or 4 guys and do this, and that, but I'm going to get them to bring me stuff. Like they're going to bring me roses and all that. I'm going to see how far they go shit. And George goes, you're liable to end up on the side.
No. This is not a joke. In fact, recently,
if they think they're going to America, that's the only way I'm gonna reel them in here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
no,
no
I
other
did.
way.
I did tell Heidi. Yeah, you're likely to end up in a ditch.
Yeah, he said
And
they'll get jealous.
recently, again, there was a couple of girls that ended up in a ditch.
They did arrest those guys. They found 2 guys, and they have. But here's the thing: they've had them for a day or 2, and they don't know what it was about. And I'm like, they didn't beat it out of them yet. In 2 days, I guess they're still getting down to what happened.
Yeah. Point being is, your odds are if it's
a man's
if
world,
it's a gel thing, they're dealing with Filipinos, there's a chance that's what Filipinos do when they get jelly. They do get really, really passionate with stabby.
Oh, wait a minute. I just realized something. I promised you bacon after this live stream. That's why you piped down.
Oh.
No.
I
not,
love
no.
you.
Yeah, I figured there's something going on.
I always love you. What are you talking about? I was already hugging you way early.
I can't go for that.
In fact, even if you don't fix bacon, I still love you.
Can do. I can't go for that. Sing it.
I can't sing, unfortunately.
Here she comes. Come on, Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall.
Watch out, boy. She'll chew you
up.
up. Whoa, here she comes. She's a man-eater.
You're fired.
I'm fired every day, every moment, every second.
White Snake give me all your loving tonight.
AC/DC, a whole lot of Rosie.
Yeah. White Snake.
2020.
Okay. I was just wondering if that was what let's see, shorts not shirt. I probably get slapped looking at other girls. Right. For those wanting to increase your body count, go to the Philippines and bring your wallet. That's
Yeah, no, that'll work.
It's just weird, all these 90 days and all that. The 2 or 3 countries I keep seeing, because I got caught up in all of them in HBO and relationships and all that, because, hey, I got time.
Yeah.
And most of them are from Southeast Asia. They're either Thailand, not Vietnam, none of the other ones, but it's Thailand, the Philippines, and then it's Dominican Republic, Skanky Panky or whatever, Sanky Panky or whatever, the resort boys. I was like, who falls for that shit? Remember, I was just telling you, I was like, who would fall to go to a place like that and these guys are sweet talking? Like, okay, not this one. It's the one I wouldn't have been there to begin with, but that's the countries that come up.
In all
And
fairness, again, remember that when you lead with your wallet, you lose with your wallet. Also, and that's all you're getting. And also be aware that you're not the only ones that play this game. What I'm saying is, even
Yeah.
Filipinos knows the lead with your wallet thing, and a lot of Filipinos do
Oh,
play
no.
with that too.
Go ahead, George.
What's that?
Because George is nasty. That's just my opinion.
Smells like fish.
That's probably why I would not. That's exactly why I would fail as a lesbian. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's no way. There's no. I'm sorry. I'm not
Carpet
gonna-
munching is not in your future.
No, I just planned to be the trophy wife. I wasn't gonna do nothing. I was gonna let her do dishes
You
and
don't want
clean my
to spell the
laundry,
ABCs.
and I planned to. No, not at all. I might. She can have a kiss every now and then. That's about it. I don't mind kissing, and even then, I don't like kissing you. So why would I kiss a woman too? So my whole point is I would just be the prude that I am and say, yeah, how you doing? But I am not eating at the Y. I will keep my $10. Thank you.
Did you know that Joey has his own show?
Joey who?
Joey Tribbiani. How you doing?
Oh, how you doing?
Yeah, but it failed. The reason being is they changed Joey's character.
Yes, no, I did see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm aware they've got the male clubs. Like I said, it's not that
Hercules.
I got enough of a hunk. If I need that, I got to beat George off with a stick at least 3 times a day, which is true story. I could be cooking or something, and he'll come up, oh bubby, and hugging on me, and I'm like, I got stuff to do, man.
No, it's true. She's the one that pushes me away. Not even a question.
Yeah. Well, it's your attitude earlier today that'll get you there.
Oh, even if I'm perfectly fine.
It's
She'll
called
be like,
love.
she'll be like, get
this
off me.
fighting you guys see it can't be anymore because like sometimes I just want to choke him like he does me, and vice versa. Like I'm ready to send him out of the house 20 minutes ago, and now it's like would be okay. But it also, I guess that's more communication than like my grandparents. Like my grandparents used to live, they had the farm and they had the house. I've talked about this before, and little to no communication, but my grandfather was a drinker. So he pretty much
wasn't that ice
womanizing. Which one? That's mine, bitch.
Are you kidding me? I was looking for it. Anyway.
First off, there's no more ice in it. Hey, Gia, we're going to still do wife swap. George will just sit here by himself. He ain't got a wife swap yet, so I'm just coming over.
Oh, right. I was wondering about that. I was like, wait a minute. You have to fly to Thailand, though.
Could you picture that?
What's that?
I don't know. He could be a manly man and say, "Get me a sandwich." He could be like you, or not. What did they call that? A lady popsicle, or what was it?
Yeah, lady popsicle.
Is that what he said? Lady popsicle.
Lady popsicle, yes.
No, I thought he called it something else. I thought it was it.
No, that was it.
Hey, see you later, Darren.
Hey, Darren. Bye,
What is
Darren.
the name of the best Philippine ice cream? I would still have to say Gold Label. Magnolia.
Gold Label Magnolia, yes.
Yeah, they have a bunch of good flavors.
Gold Label Magnolia, yes. Magnolia is a major brand name. They said I've actually seen it in the U.S. But Gold Label is obviously their Gold Label.
No. Tell me in any country, any point in history where the world where a high value, high worthy man ever had a problem. He didn't. But here's the thing: there's players out there too. My entire life, I've often wondered, like this guy at the resort on 90 Day. I get the shit is scripted, but it is what it is. The guy wasn't a looker. He had these dreads sticking up off his head. Color for me isn't mattering at this point. It was his attitude and the way he carried himself. But he still got the ladies because he had charm and pizzazz.
He had confidence.
Yeah, and he had
confidence is a major thing in getting the ladies.
Correct.
Because women are attracted to confidence.
The communication. So like he was always asking, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? Can I get you something? And how are you feeling today and talking? I don't always get that out of George, but he does have the confidence. His confidence didn't work on me. I just I let him know that I was like, shut that down right away. I'm like, I like you for you. I like that you're sensitive and you like the pets. And there was like things we connected on. Like George had the ducks and the chickens, and he likes animals. We just connected on so many different things, the bowling and but it's this guy, some of them are players too. People are players now, and they don't even have to have money to get far. I've seen him carry on in every relationship with little to no jobs, and some of them will live their whole life like that. But I think they have more of a chance here with their wallet, but also the guys coming here. I think what they have is a lot of the women are patient. I still think, as I said, the Filipinas have like a nurturing thing. There is something else going on here. There's, as they say, there's something in the water situation. Well, literally, there probably is something in the water.
Okay, now just real quick again, I'm not ageist or anything. Be also aware that age does matter, and again, I'm not discounting
You got
for.
it towards his disco.
I'm not against anybody going for somebody younger. I'm not. However, be aware that they may not be able to provide what you're looking for. AKA, for example, that one, the newer generation don't have as much patience. They don't have, well, also, they don't have much knowledge as you do, which means they probably won't be able to go toe to toe with you as far as conversations or anything you say.
Yeah, there's a better shot of us. You know who you look like? You like one of the Kiss guys too.
Oh my gosh.
You look like from
Isn't Kiss
Guns N'
getting an
Roses.
award?
I don't know, but
Yeah, it was.
we can see your disco
It was
thing.
Tom Cruise and Kiss.
Well, Tom Cruise, I think, turned it down, but yeah, there's others getting
Yeah.
ready to get awards and stuff. And what do you guys think about the UFC fight on the White House lawn? Not going political, but political enough. You guys will buy a ticket to that? They just announced that we just seen that Joe Rogan and others, and that it switched hands, and they're not doing this and that anymore, but they're doing this, and next year they're going to do a fight on the White House lawn. I'd like to see us do that. I bet you people pay for that. They probably pay to see me and Trump wrestle like bears. That would be funny. No mean intention there. I'm just saying. Like I said, don't like him, don't love him, don't nothing. But I just, an American woman and the president fighting on the front lawn. About the same as a UFC fight. Makes about the same sense.
No, I get it, but what I'm saying is okay. Technically, there's something wrong with it. However, my personal opinion, there's nothing wrong with it. However, I think it's a little out of place.
Hey, Cindy.
But that's about it. I mean,
we both said that's wild. That's the first thing we said, and we just kind of moved on from the news.
I mean, it's one thing the president showing up to the arena. It's another bringing the arena to you. That's what I'm saying. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my cup of tea.
Hey, look, Cindy, I got my nails did. These I did myself, so it's
Hey, Cindy G, how you doing?
investment.
Oh, just so Cindy, I think I did mention this before. Again, I do play Call of Duty, and I do play with this person. And his or her name, I don't know if it's a guy or not, but their name is Cindy
Part
G.
that way so they can see. So that
I think it's just funny.
so they can see the puppy. Don't pick her up. Go that way.
You don't play Call of Duty, do you?
Move just slide to the other side so they can see the dog. Oh, I guess you can see her. Mary, hi there, good morning, puppy. I love that haircut because it's easier to clean her face when she gets that little muzzle and thing. There's bacteria because of her. Hi, we did get them some salmon oil, and they get the salmon oil and vitamin paste they've been getting, but it helps with their itches.
Okay.
And stuff.
Mark says it's temporal form manipulation. Depends, because that's a good question. The reason being is you have to know your partner. It's what I'm saying is, again, you've had coworkers that don't talk to you for, when you piss them off, they just stop talking to you. They're not necessarily manipulating you, and I get that they're not your partner. But what I'm saying is, be aware that people do it instinctively, and I said the ones that do it instinctively and are not aware of it are not manipulating. The ones that do it intentionally,
it's manipulation.
Places,
But when I do the next live, which will probably be Thursday or Saturday, I don't know. He's got some things scheduled this week. I'll probably cover by myself, like what I feel or some personality traits with expats, marrying, dating. And I usually don't go that far into the dating thing, but I'll probably just discuss my feelings because I think it kind of exists within a psychological realm of Filipinos because you see it at the restaurants, you'll see it, the employees, you'll see it with the drivers and some of the other things. Point is, the Southeast Asian people are definitely different, just like Americans are. At least you know what to expect. Our colonization bullshit is all over the place. And, you get my point, but I'm now realizing there's something about, Tampa exists everywhere in a form of, yeah, but I'm going to probably cover that Thursday or Saturday. So, yeah, I completely agree. Women here are never satisfied, over entitled, and they estimate their value a lot. What are you talking about, America?
U.S. Yeah, U.S.
You don't feel they're here either,
No,
where they're getting the new
there
generation.
there are some, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and you can tell though. I mean, but then again, the
I
U.S.
think the American women have gotten spoiled, and I was just saying, yeah, I probably do feel entitled, and I felt that in myself when I got here, and that is truth. But now it's like we were talking about that this morning, I'm being desensitized is the best word. If somebody falls dead outside the door right now, I'm more than likely just going to step over them.
See,
It's really just
you have to look at it in different ways too. That entitlement
comes from being,
well,
me having AC my whole life or having a car around all the
well, what I'm saying
time
is it
or
goes both ways. What I'm saying, an entitled woman is also the same woman that I'm about to talk about. The problem I have in the West is whenever I date, I've told you this before. The problem I have in the West is these women, the ones you guys are talking about, are the same ones that are aggressive, that they think that they can get lucky in the first date, and that's very off-putting in my opinion.
what you talking about, Willis?
I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about the other women I've dated.
But you did.
But that's what I'm saying.
George didn't put out for a long time.
It's exactly because I don't think it should
be honest, you actually said that I thought I was getting lucky on the first night. I don't know where you got that. I mean, I know we had the dirty bone water and the drinks, and I got a hug. And just because we're bowling and I'm half drunk and I say, you know what, I'm going to marry you, man. That doesn't mean I was trying to get in your pants. Oh. No, you said that a long time ago. He actually opened up and he said that. He's like, I know you thought you were getting some the first night. I said, bullshit.
Judge, I rest my case.
Bullshit. Screw you. Entitlement comes from me having AC my
No,
whole life
I'm
in a
not
car.
talking about you. That's my
So
point.
you take
I
away
wasn't
my
talk-
AC and I
I
come here and
wasn't- yeah.
bitch, that'll make you think I'm entitled. Now, a
Nope.
lot of the newer generation wants 200,000. They won't marry you. They won't go with you if you don't have cars. These are women right out the gate with never being married. Me, I was just looking for some loving and squeezing and traveling and starting a family. I don't care what your income was. So honestly, that was not me. George knows I wasn't money grubbing when we met.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
no.
so it's never been, I'll live with George currently across the street if we lose everything. I'm not going to leave because of this, and that, and vice versa. But it is, but understand they're entitled women here and Europe, but the new generation keeps seeing all this shit on TikTok and the internet.
That's
and they gotta have
what's
it.
worse.
And you got to have,
And
I'm not
right.
gonna have a nose job and go and get these Ozempic shots and all these things to become skinny for nobody. The only reason I'm gonna lose weight is for me and for my health, not for George.
Now,
not
also
for,
be aware that it's social media is your enemy, and I'm not picking on anybody, but what I'm saying is, like Heidi says, if you're in the U.S., the women that you'll be dating will be looking at other women than what
the
they show off
filter,
on.
see?
Well, yeah, what they show off on social media, and
this
here's the
real
thing,
deal, except for this blue eyeshadow.
right, and here's the thing, most of
These
the stuff you
filters
see on
and
social
fakeness is
media
fake.
is fake, right? And now you're in the Philippines. Now the problem you're going to be dealing with is you're going to have Filipinos with expat partners, and they're going to show off where they actually live, the way they're living, and of course it's way better than most Filipinos are. So, but now they're attracted not to you, but what you can provide them, but they're not attracted to you. And that's the point I was trying to make with that
Some
other
are
guy
just looking for
that
the
we
money.
never mentioned his name or whoever. Point being is, it's obvious that she's not attracted to this guy because,
Oh my God.
yeah, exactly.
I already sent it to Sarah. Let me see. Victoria, I believe I have. I just couldn't
And like I
believe
said,
this.
online personality, that's another different story. That's another different
Victoria, I'll
argument.
send you the
You know,
photo also
so
on Messenger. Yeah, the guy was, and I know that's bad because we're like, yeah, we're not really a gossip channel, but we seen this photo, we were
well, we're not
floored.
gossiping because we're not mentioning the person. But
It's true, yeah. She's a vlogger and stuff, and she's like, I
what I'm
can't,
saying, yeah,
but you can evidently tell that this relationship
is based on because he's an
love, of
expat.
course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And she's young, and
Yeah.
it's like, but, uh, but
Now he could be a great guy. He can be a horrible guy. I don't know. I don't know the guy
could
personally.
be,
But then again,
people would say the same
but
about
then
me,
again,
that I got
neither
attitude and I'm
neither does
overweight and
she.
ugly, and like,
Neither
why
does
is
she.
George? Or they ask why I'm with George,
Yeah.
it's like,
Neither does she. She really doesn't know him. Even if he did come
this
down here
chicken
for a month,
loving chicken.
he can be pretending for a month. Because guess what? You can hold up that facade for 6 months or more.
You have to give to receive. I'll pass on that. I ain't eating fish. I'm not doing. As much as I'd love to have somebody in here doing my dishes, I'll just go buy a girl on walking street to come up and do that. I'm not. I'm not putting in. I don't want to put
You're
into
gonna
what I
short
got
time a
here.
girl just to have her do.
I'm a short time you, just to have it done. George, Robert, you are hot on this Brenda situation. It's he's on the. Not George's type. It's white women and Korean women. No money, no honey. Always leave with my wallet. Michael on staff is like, hey, is that Carter?
Hey, Michael Onset, how you doing, man?
Well, the other wig we have, we call it the Timu Bruno Mars. It's a shorter wig, and it was funny because when we did this a couple weeks ago, or the first time, this is like the third time. That's what we were joking about. It was like somebody goes, George looks like a Timo Bruno Mars. I said, yeah, that's exactly where we got the costume. Are you kidding me? We're in Asia.
Yeah, and again, like pom 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 pom, Michael Onstad.
Michael,
For any
thank
health
you for
insurance
being
needs,
there.
he's the guy to go to.
hmm You'll learn who you really are dating in the Philippines when you don't leave with your wallet.
Correct.
Yeah,
I agree.
and
I
the
agree.
money, or if you just, if you don't.
I agree.
And usually those are some of the younger couples, but even then, you'll have where the Filipinos, there's one here, and I'm trying to get the rest of the story. The story goes is that the guy came here, sold everything, has little to no pension coming in. He's kind of abusive with the girl and the stepson or something. I don't know the full part, but that's what I'm to understand. And then he won't leave. He says pretty much they owe me now. I gave everything up. He's giving attitude. He's refusing to leave the house or break up or do anything. So he's kind of bullying the family to stay there now. I believe that. I believe, there's times I want to bully George, like, you ain't going nowhere today. But no, they're not even married, but he's refusing to leave. So I think he's even behind on immigration. But
That's
once
what I
the
was gonna
money is
say.
gone, it's a problem.
Technically, if they really want him gone,
They
would.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it just rolled up again. That's why I'm repeating
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. No. But again, that tells you they're probably not that bad of a people. Otherwise, they would have done it already. Lead with your heart. Well,
Yeah.
use your brain a little bit. I mean, lead with your heart, yes, but use your brain a little bit. To be fair, yeah.
Angel City women have no control.
Damn, I
Good
wouldn't.
looking
I
guy.
wouldn't say that.
That's a lot of confidence for a lot of these guys that believe it's based on looks and that they're funny and everything. Like, I already know, man. I already know I'm a bitch. I already know I'm overweight. And I know that they ain't going, if you'd have caught me the same year that me and George met, you guys have seen my skinnier photos and me working out all the time and all that. I'd had a little bit more confidence. It wasn't about my wallet. But even right now, if I was Pamela Anderson in my best makeup and at her age, I would know that's what they're going for these days. Well, Pamela Anderson's aging, but what I'm saying is when she puts on her makeup, she's still a beautiful woman. But I just couldn't see it. plus I don't want to raise another kid, and there's all this stuff. But some of you guys are willing to roll the dice, and we are in the Angel City area. We're about 2-3 miles from the airport, so we're in Pampanga.
It's actually less than 2.
Yeah,
It's like
2 miles to Walking Street.
1.78, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not even, actually. I think I'm talking about kilometers.
Oh, hold on.
Now that I think about it, I think we're 1.78 kilometers. Because we use metric system, not English. I keep forgetting about that word. So we use centigrades here, not Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I'll send it, but I'll make sure I've sent it to the right one. He's yeah, you're not going to find it because there's thousands of these on TikTok. It was an actual working video, and we took but see if I sent it to you.
Yeah, and don't forget we use kilograms, not pounds. And the reason why I just mentioned that because when they ask for weight on a form, they mean in kilos.
Yeah, don't be like me. I got turned down from the insurance the first time I was here because I ain't lying about my size. And I put my American weight
in pounds, which
in
is double
kilograms.
the weight.
And they thought I weighed like 800 or 900 pounds. I
Yeah.
said, "Holy shit! No, that's." And they said, "I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to bring you in." And I didn't put cage. I said, "Oh man."
Yeah.
And so that one immediately
Correct.
canceled. And
So,
they're like,
yeah,
"Oh, we got." And
just
some
be
will
aware,
based on being
the
a
weight
certain age.
is in
Geo's
kilos,
still in the house,
which
I
is
sent you
half
the-
of pounds. It's not half, but you get my picture.
Okay, so you did get it. I want to make sure because weirdly our internet with 5G and something else, we've had it cutting in and out. Yeah. Right? Victoria says she can't unsee that shit. No, it's I'm sorry.
We're not picking on the
Everybody
expat,
loves let's say they were just starting and he was younger and same age and all that and it wasn't third world, then you say, hey, it is what it is.
Oh, thank you
Love
for
is
bringing that up.
love.
That has a lot to do with age too.
Yeah, there's a big age gap. Yes.
That is from age, most of it. That part.
Well,
yes.
that part here is
Yes.
also no. Here's another thing about it doesn't matter. The way I get his nose is probably nationality or his look, but alcoholism will cause a wide nose. It was discussed about I think Paul Old Dog New Tricks talked about how he would drink over the years, and a lot of people were saying
I
his
would
nose.
honestly don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something with alcoholism over the years that causes facial. You just have to look at it.
Deformities.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
cause issues, and I believe I could have sworn I had heard from him himself discuss the alcoholism and everything. I could be wrong. I don't know if anybody else heard that, but yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, we're not
Cindy
picking on the
is
guy.
a,
I'm just
fat
saying.
Cotter.
Yeah. Bring back Cotter.
Yeah. Robert, do we have you on messengers? Like I said, if you guys if you look up Philippine Antics, you'll see the multiple accounts. The biggest one we respond to is either Philippine Antics or it has the George Mendoza itself, and it'll say official account. So it's.
Oh, dang, Robert Good. He says just use freedom units. Use the English system. You know, the irony of it is like America, which is fought the English oppression, use the English system, and then the Englishmen,
Yeah, you'll see
they
that
use the metric
photo.
system. That's funny.
And it's on Facebook. It just says George Mendoza, 1.8 thousand followers. Official account of George and Heidi, Philippine Antics. Or just look up Philippine Antics. Our name, if you guys ever put George and Heidi Philippines anywhere, it also leads to us. And officially, anything Philippine Antics will lead to any of the social media accounts.
Now, Sangamon
says
he got the photo.
Yeah, when we first started, it took a long time to get into the algorithm. Now people are just paying their way through it. Yeah, well, I don't know. Whatever it is, it was the wrong thing because that would indicate I'm 450 pounds and I'm not that big either. So
yeah, 1 kilo is 2.2.
Yeah, so
2.2.
All I know is it looked really bad. It just looked really bad. I was like, no, I'm not that big. So
yeah, there. Harry says alcohol causes nose and ears to. It does.
Yeah, and it also does like what we're seeing this guy. No, there's something in their nose, and yes, ears get their facial features totally change from the alcoholism.
Really?
And I think old dog said that was what was wrong with him for a while.
Oh.
That the way his nose I felt, and this is no attack on old dog. I felt like he had facial surgery. We've been watching him since he was at 30,000 people, and we watched what he looked like. And I get he lost weight. That didn't really change. Remember we talked about his facial features, and then when he had the eye surgery, I know he said he had some cosmetic surgery, but he said it was because of his eyes and different things. But if you look at him originally when he started, it's a big change in looks.
Well,
It's a
either way, he looks
major
better
look.
today. Yes.
Yeah,
He looks
it's a
better, way better
different,
today.
yeah,
Yes.
where he did, but I
Yeah.
think that's where I'd heard him. The photo came from a live video on Facebook. It's the girl, all these vloggers that are Filipinas now. There's tons, as of 2 years ago, there was only so many Filipina expat relationships where they were putting themselves online. Now everybody's a vlogger. Everybody's a vlogger. We talked about that. And there's so many of these Philam and I'm this and I'm dating a foreigner, and they all have YouTube channels. They all have Facebook channels and TikToks, and this is one of them. And it just came into our feed. You're going through, or and it came through, and I was like, holy Nikes, that's a kind of second one had two of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
one for deviated septum and another for skin cancer.
Yeah, I know he had some, yeah. Is that yes it is. Good morning, Bookum. How are you guys? Dano and Panay is in the house. Anyone that rusher? Missing. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we are wrapping this up. So we just wanted to drop in because we won't cover tomorrow.
Make me
Gonna
some.
get you some
Make me
bacon.
some bacon, woman.
I'm gonna let you. You're the bacon guy.
That doesn't sound right, but okay.
You're not. Good morning. But thank you guys for coming in, and we appreciate you guys
Thank you so
coming
much for your
in.
support.
So our next time will be in Thursday,
All right, our
Philippine time. George will check who was chatting it up
our
today.
number one is Robert Goodsman is number one, and Goodsman, and then Like a Spot is number two. Who's that?
What's that? Oh, that's Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Black a Spot and Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs was in the house today.
Yeah, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Is that The Love? Yeah, The Love and the Fawns. Yeah,
Chosen One
and then
Victor
Chosen
is
One. Yeah,
further down.
thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your
Thank you,
support.
guys.
And Michael Onstad again for all your insurance needs.
Yes, be sure to check them out. It's in the description if you guys are looking.